Do you want a tool or platform to automatically handle your configuration for you? Or do you want to give it a little bit of control where you still, configure the configuration and you still manage a lot of it, but you allow the tool to manage a lot of it for you as well? Or, you can flip flop it. You can give a little bit of both. You can, do a little bit manually yourself within the tool. You can let the tool handle a little bit for you, whatever you want to do. Okay. That's what we can set up in StormForge from a resource optimization perspective. So I want to show two use cases. I want to show Optimize Live and I want to show the StormForge applier. Okay. And these are going to be two separate configurations, but pretty straightforward. All right. So let's head over to the web browser really quick. All right. So first things first, in your cluster, all you'll have to do is add cluster, give it a name. You're going to download a values.yaml file. You're going to install the agent and boom, that's it. And then if I head over to VS Code here really quick, all right, I'm going to run kubectl get ns. I have StormForge system here, kubectl get pods, namespace, StormForge system. Okay. Now I have two things here. I have the agent running, the health check, and the applier. So the agents, just like this, is going to give you Optimize Live. All right. So what Optimize Live can do is, for example, if I go to workloads and I don't know, I'm going to choose any of my workloads here, maybe my carts workload. All right. I'm going to have the ability to see what can be optimized and what's currently optimized. I can generate a config based on what can be optimized. Okay. And what this is going to do is this is going to give me what I like to call semi-automation. All right. So what I can do here is I can go to config, and now I have a little bit of control around the schedule. So it's going to set how often recommendations are generated and how long they're valid for. Okay. And then I have the option, don't worry about this automatic deployment yet. We're going to talk about that in a second, but I have the option here to set savings, balanced, or reliability. Okay. So if I go to reliability, that's full performance, right? I know I'm doing it based on this container right here. And I can specify if I want to optimize requests and limits, optimize requests only, don't optimize. I can set my min here, my max for CPU. Same thing for memory. Okay, I can set, requests or request end limits. I can set the min and max here if I want to, and then I can click update and boom, that's it, right? So here's the thing. I like to call this semi repeatability or semi automation because yeah, all I had to do was just come into the config, change a few things, and StormForge does it for me. So that's all I have to do. I don't have to do anything else, but it's still a little bit of a manual effort, which some organizations and some engineers may like, because again, you may not want to give full control to a tool or a platform like StormForge. You may want to keep a little bit of the control like this. That way you can still configure some of the options. But if you want to, you can set up automatic deployments instead. Okay. So again, if I generate here, I have the ability to set up automatic deployments, and what it's going to do is it's going to have the StormForge applier, which is this pod right here running, and that'll give it the ability to automatically do all of this for me without me having to do anything. So it's going to set everything up from an automated perspective. It's going to set up scaling from a VPA perspective, from an HPA perspective. It's going to set limits, requests, quotas. It's going to do all of that based on workflow. Okay. So if I need a little bit more performance because I'm going through a busy time, it's going to scale up. Once that busy time is done, it's going to scale down. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to write any extra YAML. Nothing. Now to set up the applier, it's pretty straightforward. It's just another Helm chart. All right. And it's going to look just like this. I'm going to zoom out to make it a little bit easier to read, but this is the Helm chart right here. All right. Here's the library, and that's it. That's all you have to run. Once you have the agent applied and that's authenticated to StormForge, you don't have to re-authenticate. You just run this configuration. And then once you run that configuration, you'll be able to set the automatic deployments here.